Google Ads changed a lot in 2025, and if you are still running campaigns the same way you did a year or 2 years ago, you are probably paying for traffic that never had a fair chance to convert in your business. Today, I am breaking down the biggest Google Ads update from 2025, what they actually mean for your results, and I share the 7-day action plan you can take right now to win in 2026. I am Iram from Fuel Digital. I manage and optimize Google Ads for businesses, and I also teach Google and YouTube ads to marketers and founders. This video is for e-commerce founders, course creators, and service businesses who want better performance, better tracking, and less wasted spend. So here is how we will break this down together. Search first, then YouTube and demand gen. After that, Performance Max, apps, and shopping. And finally, the stuff that powers everything behind the scenes. This is called measurement, creatives, and the new advisor features. So let's start with search because this is where high intent money is made. Google is rolling out new ad experiences that show up inside AI powered answers. The big headline is ads in AI overviews. Ads can appear within those AI generated experiences designed to move people from discovery to decision faster. Google is also testing ads in something called AI mode, and it is already expanding beyond the US into more markets. The simple way to think about it, when people ask deeper, more complex questions, ads may show up in that experience too. It means in AI mode. Now, here is a key point. New placements are exciting, but only if your campaigns are built to adapt. So here are I am giving you 3 practical moves. You have to tighten your conversion tracking because AI placement are only as good as the signals you feed them. Number 2, improve your ad relevance, your copy, your landing page, your offers. If your message is unclear, AI cannot save it. Number 3 is learn and test AI Max for search. AI Max is positioned as a faster growing AI powered search ads product that combines targeting and creative automation feature. Use it like an accelerator, not like a replacement for the strategy. And one more search update that matters for growth is smart bidding exploration. This is designed to help you explore new traffic using more flexible ROAS targets. So, if your account is stuck and you keep seeing the same search term, this is your lever you must test. Now, let's talk about the part most advertisers underestimate: visual campaign, means image or video ads. Google's view is simple. Consumers are searching, streaming, scrolling, and shopping often all at once. So, your job is not to pick one channel. Your job is to build a system that shows up across the journey. YouTube updates in 2025 focused on shopping and attention. First, Shoppable Connected TV. People can browse and engage with products directly from the big screen and even send to phone to continue on mobile, and that is huge for e-commerce. Second, Must had got an immersive design that gives you more creative space on the YouTube homepage. So you must try must had ads in YouTube. Third, YouTube is leaning into cultural movements and sports. There are sponsorship packages designed to help brands surrounding big movements plus new sports lineups. And creator marketing is getting easier inside Google Ads with the Creator Partnership Hub. The idea is to streamline finding creators, linking videos, and seeing reporting. So, if you sell products, test YouTube with a direct response mindset. Use product focused creatives, use strong hooks in the first 3 seconds, send to a landing page that is built for one specific action. And most important, measure assisted conversion. You are not measured just last click. Now, demand gen. Demand gen got a serious push in 2025. Google says demand gen improved conversions per dollar over the past year, driven by many AI powered improvements. So, here are the updates I want you to care about. Number 1 is new customer acquisition goal. So, you can optimize for new or high value customers. Number 2 is target cost per click bidding when your main goal is traffic. Number 3 is better experiment options so you can test bid strategies more clearly. Number 4 is more inventory and control. Demand gen can run across YouTube, Discover, Gmail, and now image inventory across the Google Display Network. Plus channel controls including the ability to focus on YouTube Shorts. Number 5 is E-commerce features are getting stronger. Product feeds can turn your ads into a virtual storefront. So there is omni-channel bidding for online plus in-store. There are promotion assets, local offers, and checkout links to reduce frictions. The sixth and the last, reporting. There is a conversion column designed to be platform comparable, which helps when you are comparing performance across platforms. So if you are spending on Meta, TikTok, or both, demand gen is worth testing as a structured experiment. Run it with clear creative angles. Use product feeds if you are e-commerce. Use channel control so you know where you are showing up, and measure it with a clean reporting view so you are not mixing it with everything else. Now, Performance Max. This is where a lot of accounts either scale beautifully or burn budgets quietly. The best news of 2025 was that Performance Max got more reporting, more transparency, and more controls. So, here I'm explaining you what changed. You can now see channel level performance reporting so you understand how results are coming from different channels and formats. Search terms reporting is stronger so you can see more of what is driving outcomes. Outcome means conversion. Asset level reporting now includes more than conversions. You can see impressions, clicks, and costs, and you can segment asset report by device, time, conversions, and networks. You can see new customer acquisition cost when you use new customer acquisition goals, and reporting improves so very fewer conversions are labeled unknown. You can see and remove assets created with text customization and final URL expansion, and controls improve. You can apply negative keywords, negative keyword lists with a larger limit. Search teams limits increase, and it is giving you more guidance signal. You can also use device targeting and demographics targeting. Retention goals helps you bid more for lapsed customer, especially higher lifetime value groups. Also for store goals in the US, Performance Max can show ads in ways inventory, like promoted pins while users navigate. So what to do next for PMax? So if you are running Performance Max, here is your quick action list. Action number 1 is open channel reporting and identify what is driving the result. Action number 2 is review search terms and add negative where it is needed. Action number 3 is audit final URL expansion and remove anything that does not match your offer. And action number 4 is improve your asset mix with assets level metrics. Bad creatives can quietly drag everything down. Last, and that is action number 5. If you have repeat buyers, test retention goals and customer rate. This is the most important. For apps, the biggest theme is measurement and better web to app connection. So there are upgrades like on-device conversion measurement for iOS using event data, integrated conversion, measurement with third-party attribution partner, and web to app acquisition measurement. So you can see how web campaign drive installs that lead to valuable in-app actions. Web to app connect expanded across more inventories like YouTube ads, hotel ads, and demand gen, plus search and shopping. And bidding option expanded for iOS with target ROAS bidding and other automation improvements. For e-commerce and retail, Merchant Center got upgrades focused on bidding, visuals, loyalty, and fixes. You can showcase your brand story on search using your merchant brand profile with lifestyle images, videos, business descriptions, and key purchase drivers like shopping and return policies. There are brand management tools in Merchant Center to keep assets consistent across Google and YouTube. Product Studio can recommend generated assets, and there are tools to connect shopping videos to product listing. So there are loyalty features in AI powered campaigns as well. So you can highlight member pricing and benefits. There is also the priority fix areas to surface product issue with potential clicks, uplift estimates plus Merchant Center API option for programmatic management. So if you are e-commerce, treat Merchant Center like a growth channel, not a setup chore. Improve your brand profile, fix your feed issues weekly, use Product Studio style assets to scale creative volume, then connect loyalty and promotion strategy into your own campaign. Now, this is the part most people escape and then wonder why scaling hurts. Measurement and creatives. Google is pushing measurement hard because AI is only as good as the data you feed it. Meridian is Google's open source marketing mix model designed to help with budget planning and incremental ROI. Incrementality testing become more accessible with improvement that make it easier to run lift tests at lower spend levels. Conversion lift threshold can work at lower spend spend and conversion volume so you can test more often. Data Manager is a centralized place to connect and manage data sources across website, app stores, and CRM. So Google Tag Gateway for advertisers is positioned as a way to improve accuracy and security of measurement signals. In Google Analytics, you can import cost data from other platforms like Meta, TikTok, Snap, Reddit, and Pinterest. And there are new lead generation reports and suggest audiences as well. And cross-channel performance reporting helps you see paid and organic contribution in one view. Now we comes at the creative solution. Creatives got a big upgrade with Asset Studio. The idea: create and enhance assets inside Google Ads with generative AI tools. You can prompt edits in natural language, create lifestyle scenes for products, generate variations, edit images in bulk, and create shareable assets links for feedback. Ad preview got upgrade to including shareable previews. And now the advisor features. Ads Advisor is designed to help with performance improvement, troubleshooting policy issue, creating campaigns, and analyzing performance. Analytics Advisor is an in-product assistant in Google Analytics designed to answer questions across the customer journey and support follow-up questions. So now we have come to the most exciting part of this video. Now let me turn all of this into an action plan you can actually use in your Google Ads campaign to get the maximum ROI. Day 1. Fix tracking, confirm conversion, enhance conversions, and clean attribution. Day 2. Merchant Center health check if you are e-commerce. Fix feed issue and update brand profile. Day 3. Performance max audit. Review channel level reporting, search terms, negative, and final URL expansion. Day 4. Build one demand gen test. Use product fees if you can and turn on channel controls. Day 5. YouTube direct response test. One strong offer, one landing page, one clear KPI. Day 6. Measurement upgrade. Set up data manager connections and plan one incrementality test for a key campaign. Day 7. Creative scale. Build a simple system using Asset Studio and a weekly refresh cadence. If you want help applying all these updates to your account, I offer a free discovery call where we look at your goals, your tracking, and your best next move for profit. Book your call using the link in the description. And if you are a marketer, get the free Google Ads campaign creation checklist so you know exactly what to do in your next campaign. Also, comment below with one thing that you are going to test first. It is AI Max Demand Gen, YouTube, Performance Max Reporting, or Merchant Center upgrades. And subscribe because I am posting practical Google Ads strategies for real businesses, not just theory. See you in the next video.